Hi, Alicia. First of all, I want to say that I really enjoyed your video. I have a couple notes about things that I wanted to respond to as far as your video goes. The first thing I wanted to say was you're right. Um, these people aren't necessarily better people than us. Well, let's be honest, they really aren't. Most of the time, in fact, they really aren't. And the reason I say that is because a lot of our elected officials use, like you said, you would hope that they would use their power for good rather than evil. I can give you two examples of some well, actually three, come to think of it, that have used their power for evil, kind of, I guess. In fact, they're about to get in trouble for it. People that have abused their power, the first person that really comes to mind for me is Hillary Clinton, especially since um, the issues with Benghazi and other issues that have plagued her in the past, questions that have risen. And it seems like no matter what happens, nothing ever sticks to her. She's like Teflon. Nothing is ever going to stick to her. She's never going to be held accountable for anything that she's done in the past. Another individual is, which this just happened recently, the old governor here in Virginia, Governor Bob McDonnell, was convicted of corruption in his administration, and now he's going to have to um, answer for that. He was sentenced to 2 years, but now the Supreme Court is getting ready to hear his case. What he did was he allowed people to come in and bribe him in his office as the governor, and he accepted gifts and money in order to do things that these other individuals wanted him to do. So, yeah, he's definitely an example of using power for evil rather than good. A third example is Mayor Will Sassums. He's having issues with conflict of interest. He was mayor, but he was also president of Town Bank, and he didn't recuse himself when he should have, um, when it came to voting for things that involved Town Bank and money from Town Bank. So rather than recuse himself, he's got an issue with a conflict of interest. Ultimately, I enjoyed your video, and I basically agree with everything you said. Hope you had a great weekend.